Hey everyone, today we're going to be showing off a demo build of Soul Reaper that was created for a local playtesting event. There's been a number of changes and improvements since we last showed off the game, so we're pretty excited to play through this with you guys. By we, it's just Benign on the mic right now. Danny and the other developers stayed up late at the Gameplay Space event, taking feedback on the build. That's where we showed off the demo. And they've given me a copy to run on my own system, so let's take a look at what those playtesters got to see. Without further ado, let's get the show on the road. The demo opens with a dialogue sequence, and this conversation basically sets the stage for our objective within the demo. This is also one of the first times we get to see how the Soul Reaper behaves outside of combat. There's certainly some charm in how he conveys his perspective on the matter. He doesn't really take things too seriously. We're also introduced to a couple of characters that seem to be working for Soul Reaper. They're here to explain that there's an imposter running around in Vulcanheim, an environment filled with lava, and it's up to us to confront him. In order to win, we need to find the doppelganger and beat him in combat. That's our main priority. Alright, here we are in Vulcanheim. The first thing I want to take a look at is my inventory, actually. So this is what happens when you hit I. You'll be greeted to your stat points and stuff. Looks like we have a few to spare, so we'll just give Soul Reaper a little bit of everything there. You can feed him souls to upgrade him, but we will be getting experience through the fights we encounter. Because this is a demo, we do have some areas sectioned off for now, just for the interest of time. However, we do have access to squad management. So we do get to take a look at the kind of enemies we have already at our disposal. We got Kennendorf and crew, we got the Malisade Brigade, we got Elemental Enforcers. This one's interesting because it comes pre-equipped with inventory that there's like a row bonus for this wizard set. So these guys will probably be doing the most amount of damage, but we will begin with the default. Just going to check out Soul Reaper one more time. While we can't access the inventory, we do see that his sickle has some souls equipped on it, so we're gonna see what that does in combat. Let's go find an enemy. Environment's looking good. I like the partial fog effect they added. The presentation has really come a long way from the earlier builds, and here what once was called the stabby squirrel is now called the nutter cutter. Sounds extremely painful. I hope it it's looks better than it sounds, honestly. Let's see how these guys fight. So there's one Nutter Cutter and 3 Chip Monks at the back. Those guys will be in charge of healing him. I'm just going to try striking. Oh, okay, I killed him in one shot. Awesome. So now we're just going to focus on the healers. It's going to be weird since they can't actually attack. They'll just be kind of trying to turtle us out by surviving. One of the nice things about Soul Reaper is that you can actually speed up the combat. So if there's a particular unit you want to try and grind, like let's say you're trying to get a specific soul or item that they drop, you can speed it up, and it's such a good time saver. We got a big old flaming wall in front of us, now called the Malisade. These guys attack in columns, so all of my guys on the front row are actually in the most amount of danger because they got a pretty big area effect just in terms of the verticality. Like right there, you saw it. Ooh, all these items I can't. Oh, and this one. So if you see that little empty like hexagon, that means you can equip the soul onto it. There's a lot of crazy loot combinations you can get in this game that, like, this demo won't even scratch the surface of that. We don't even have access to the inventory, but just to keep that, in mind. Got some more Nutter Cutters. I guess I'll fight some. I'll do, okay, so here's a Riffraff. These guys have the water element. I got a wind element over here, classified under the lightning strike. This is going to hurt a lot because they have, plus 75 resistance against water, but they have minus 75 against wind. And luckily, my weapon has a lightning strike, so that's pretty sick. We did get a Riffraff. I'm gonna, okay, well, just very rude to come up behind me. We're gonna take these squirrels out, and then we will look at our squad to see if things are going. Nice. Yeah, I don't know who named him Nutter Cutter, just, it hurts. Okay, I paused the game, but I'm about to get shot by a Kennendorf. We're gonna switch to... In case I run into like 8 Kennendorfs, I'm going to Elemental Enforcers, because this guy does spawn some of them. Like, sometimes you'll get... Okay, well, there's the 8s. So I'm gonna hope that my water units carry me this one. I do have a chipmunk, so I'm gonna aim him on one of our water boys. So he's gonna be in charge of buffing or healing, I should say, my fish. Here's the clownana, like clownfish piranha kinda. Boom. Alright. Just wanna make sure. It looks like I'm in the clear. I almost died to this unit in a previous playthrough because I had one of the original, like the default guys on. We did get a few cannon dwarfs. Good stuff. Up here, there's the treasure chest. Looks what appears to be a portal with a giant gem on it. Because there's no inventory in this demo, I can't say that we're getting up there, but it is a sign of things to come. Definitely exploration is one of the big drawing features of Soul Reaper. It's really good to find treasure, especially when you get like the legendary rarity on it. All right, let's get these guys. Ooh. Yeah, the squad I currently have is doing really good. As an aside, oh nice, we got these snacks. The music you hear during combat in this build is actually the boss theme that was referenced to in the September 2019 developer interview with Danny Forrest. He mentioned that no one really outside of the Power Level Studios got a chance to hear the full song. So if I end up in a long fight, you'll be able to hear the ominous and adrenaline-inducing choir that's laid over the normal fighting theme. So these guys are one of the monsters that can influence you in the overworld. If I walk into their line of sight, they will kind of try and blow me away. The feature isn't fully implemented yet. This guy won't do anything. I can fight him. But the second guy can actually push me to the other side of the lava. And they actually had a pretty big area of effect. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Alright, so I'm going to have to focus on them. Let's see what my flaming wall guys can do. Awesome. Alright, so this guy's going to push me. No animation for it yet, but just an example. We will see another monster later be able to influence kind of like our direction. I do kind of want to fight the other guys, so I'm going to walk around. Here we go. There's two of them. They're not in a good alignment for my my front line to attack them. But 2 against 8 right now shouldn't be too bad at all. Yeah. There we go. Robe. Alright, so we have found our imposter. Before we get to that, we're gonna go check out this dude down here. So he's got a giant shield. I believe he's called the Protect Turtle. This is his newer name. And he's just not letting me go. So I do want to fight him. I'm gonna go around, see what we can get. I'm gonna get bombed on by this dude though. So we're still making our way around town here. I'm gonna fight this spider dude, the Octoblader. Just zap him. Not too much. And oof, yeah, those water attacks are really coming in handy. Here we go. Alright, so he does have some refrafts. I kind of want them for the final boss fight, I'd say. So, like, you see these little icons here? We can actually see the kind of status effects. We inflict. He's got an armor bonus of 100 trying to tank damage right now, and I had an agility debuff on him just seconds ago, which is pretty nice. And we got all of their souls. That's great. So, we're going to confront our little evil version of ourselves and see what happens here. So before I hop in, let's make our own team here. Let's call it Team Howdy. So we're about to fight. He's going to send out a Pyvern or a Pivern. I think that's how you say it. He has a pretty large area of effect. I'm going to try and separate my water guys as best I can to avoid any potentially lethal damage. So I'm going to put the refrafts around. In the center, let's say, you know what, the center line, we'll just have chipmunks. So we're going to be healing quite frequently. We're going to have a Malisade at the front, and we're going to have a Cannondorf on the back. Now, I do want to buff some of my guys. if you give them souls of the same kind, they get a lot of XP. So right now it's like 3 XP, 1 XP. But let's say I give a chipmunk one. It's going to say 10, right? So already he's going to be doing way more healing. Let's see if we can power up Canadorf here. Good stuff. Malisade. I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize if I'm not. Oh, okay. So he's going to be pretty strong. Sadly, I don't have any extra reef rafts, but this should be interesting to see. Let's give Soul Reaper some more stats. Let's try and have a balanced build, and we're going to go in. So here's the boss. Going to be singular enemy, fire type. And we're going to see what happens here. Alright, so there he went for the top left corner. He targeted my reef raft and it hit the guys around him. But so far we're doing pretty decent damage. And so he shot this guy here and it just wiped out the quadrant. That is unfortunate. But we should be able to do enough damage. Okay, good. So once again, having that type advantage really came in handy. If those guys got taken out, I don't think we would have pulled that off. And yeah, we're going to see the ending sequence here. So we came to do what we said we would. Got the sisters popping up. Just sounds like the vault got a whole lot sexier in response to a bunch of people running around looking like him. I definitely like the dialogue he presents. It's not a very, as I said in the intro, not a very serious character, but it's adds a certain element of charm that some games kind of lack. Alright, and that's it for the demo build. However, there are a few more things I want to show you guys. I want to try and get the soul of the boss monster and fight the boss with itself. That'll be really cool. I'm going to do some grinding, and I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, so I'm back. I'm still on the grind. Team Howdy's been doing great, but what I'm trying to do is I've been hopping back and forth between portals to try and get the specific buzzkill to spawn a peculiar enemy I haven't seen anywhere else in the build. They're like purple guys, and I'll show you what I mean, hopefully, in just a moment. So I've been running down here. There's our doppelganger. Gonna run up, trigger this guy again. Hopefully, there we go. So I haven't seen these dudes, and it's weird because it looks like water doesn't do much to them. Like those guys just chomped. All of my water guys just hit him, and he's only at half. And then the flame wall comes down. So did I get his soul? We'll see. We'll see. Cross your fingers. Okay, we did. Makinito. Interesting. So I'm gonna put that guy on my team. All right. So this is exciting. We're about to fight the boss for a second time. But this time we're gonna just try and obliterate him. So let's open up our menus here. Let's go to squad management. Let's just make one called, just say power. So I've accumulated quite a number of souls since the last time you saw me. First of all, we're gonna equip the boss monster, you know, just to show him who's boss. Can't really power him up because I didn't get another one. Not too efficiently anyways, but we have a lot of squirrels, so we're just gonna give this guy all he needs to deal some damage. You know, there are a lot of bees, so we're just gonna give one souped up buzzkill. This guy's gonna be a monster. Here we go, here's our power team. Just out of curiosity, let's check out the squirrel. Let's go to milestones. There's no way we're getting to level 200 in the demo, but the way it works is the more you level up your guy, the more like blast radius they start to have for their attacks, and the more bonuses you start getting. 200 is the max level for any one particular monster at this moment. We think that's a good plateau, and it's going to make the end game of Soul Reaper very interesting should anyone actually get to that. I guess we'll take a look on Soul Reaper. He's level 8 now, so we got a lot of stat points we can just dedicate right now. And power him up a little bit with whoever's left over. Doesn't really matter. And yeah, Proceed to the final fight. Let's play it at 1x speed, because it's probably going to go fast. Oh, we're still at 3. Sorry. Well, something happened and he's already at half. There's the goo guy. Minus 15 agility. Yeah, this isn't gonna go so well for him. Oh, and the banana takes the kill. We got another soul. Sick. And that brings us to the end. Thanks so much for watching, and if you'd like to stay up to date on all things Soul Reaper, then please feel free to follow us on your social media platform of choice. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this, and you're more than welcome to join our brand new Discord community as well. I'll have links in the description if you're interested. That being said, we'll see you next time. Thanks again for watching, and have a good one.